You are now entering Now Chat.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of the Now Chat podcast. We're here tonight with me, Dylan, Caleb, and James, as well as Rex again. Welcome back, Rex.
Hi.
You know what? Since you're here, Rex, would you like to start us off with our question for this week since you're here?
Yes, I will when I find it. I have very great organizing skills, I swear. If you could have free meals for life at one fast food chain, which one would you choose?
For life?
Like free for life.
I mean, I know what I'd be getting.
What would you pick?
Fast food?
Culver's grilled chicken sandwich.
Dude, I was about to say Culver's, bro.
Dude, Culver's grilled chicken sandwich
Culver's.
every day of the week for every meal for the rest of my life.
So the thing is, I would probably do Culver's just because it's either Culver's or Chick-fil-A just because they're like the most expensive fast food restaurants. Like I can't think of any fast food restaurants more expensive. Maybe Five Guys or Chipotle, but I also don't eat there much.
Yeah, I couldn't do Chipotle like every day.
No, and like Chick-fil-A is great, but their selection is pretty limited. I mean, it's chicken.
Also, you can't get Chick-fil-A on Sundays, so that's like 3 less meals each week that you're getting.
That's true. You said 3 less meals, and I was like, "What? That's one day." And then I.
There you go, James.
Look, I don't eat fast food 3 meals every day, so.
Well, you know what? There was a period of time where I ate Culver's literally 5 times in 2 days.
Yes, that sounds about right. Dude, when the Chick-fil-A near us first opened up, I ate there 9 times in the first week.
Bro, what?
Dude,
yeah.
So when our jazz band played for them, bro, they gave us like a bunch of free food, and I was like, "Yo, I'm coming here every day of my life."
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah, our Chick-fil-A when they first opened up, maybe like 4 years ago.
No way. Wait, was that actually 4 years ago? Hold on.
Just about 3.5.
Yeah, that was junior year of high school, and now we're juniors in college. Oh.
Was it junior? I thought it was senior year.
No, it was the end of junior year because we had open campus junior year for little bit, and we were excited because we got to do that for open campus junior year. We were the only class that had open campus 2 years in a row.
That's right.
Because I don't think Caleb did. Oh, you guys might have as well.
We did open campus. We weren't supposed to.
That's amazing. Yeah, so about 4 years ago, Chick-fil-A opened up, and they had our high school jazz band play for them, which was awesome.
Well, I remember that.
Didn't they do a promotion at that Chick-fil-A too, where like you could potentially get like free chicken sandwiches for a year or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was so sad that I didn't get that.
Me too.
Yeah, I might change my answer to grilled chicken club sandwich at Chick-fil-A actually, because the extra bacon and that cheese on the grilled chicken makes up for the 3 meals a week I'm losing. Gonna be honest.
No, I think I'd definitely pick Culver's just because there's more of a variety of stuff there. Because like I like the Reubens, the buffalo chicken tenders, and everything. So.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a lot easier to not get sick of it.
Also, ice cream.
Also, ice cream. Oh my god.
I mean, not ice cream. Not ice cream.
Not ice cream.
Custard.
I worked there for 2 years. I really shouldn't be calling it ice cream.
Yeah, you really shouldn't. Anyways, Dylan, what are you choosing?
Does Buffalo Wild Wings kind of count or no?
No.
No, that's not fast food. That's slow food.
Slow food. Dude, they're buffaloes. They don't go fast.
Come on.
There's a quote for you, Rex, right there. Let me see.
You can't just make quotes out of thin air, Dylan.
Quote. There you go. Buffaloes don't go fast, James.
Nope, doesn't count.
You made one last episode, and I put it in. So.
Got him!
Absolutely.
You only get one per episode, bro.
One per episode.
Yeah, you gotta take it slow.
The rest of us get like 40, but you only get
the buffalo.
Oh, thanks. Shit, like the buffalo. Jeez, I would have to pick.
That wasn't that funny.
You know what? Probably
screw you too.
Probably McDonald's.
Ooh.
Just go simple.
McDonald's?
Just go simple, dude. I eat McDonald's almost all the time now, unfortunately. So.
And that's why. Never mind.
I'm not fat. Shut up.
Caleb,
What's up?
what fast food do you want?
I said.
No, I'm asking. I'm picking it up right after this podcast. What do you want?
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, freaking give me some Taco Bell, bro.
All right, cool. There's a Taco Bell out here. I'll pick it up and then bring it out there.
Dude, I literally would love you forever.
If I brought you 5-hour-old tacos from Michigan,
I don't even care.
That'd be so bad.
Caleb, I'm going to show up to your house, okay? Either Friday morning at like midnight, like 12:30 in the morning, or like midday Friday sometime, maybe Saturday morning at like 12:30 in the morning with a $5 Taco Bell box, okay?
Dude, I'm awaiting it.
Because that's when I'm coming home. I'll buy you one.
At the movie.
No, I'm buying it when I leave Michigan, and I'll drop it off on my way home. And you're gonna get cold, soggy tacos.
Can you get me some too?
Yeah, but I can't deliver them that same night. That's a lot of driving. Rex, what would you choose?
I would have to agree with Dylan on McDonald's because I literally have an order like set from when I was like 6. So.
Yeah. 2 McChickens, small fry, medium Coke, no ice. That's mine. 20
chicken nuggets, a medium fry, and a medium or large chocolate mocha frappe.
Ooh.
Caleb gets 20 chicken nuggets. Doesn't eat them all either.
I don't. I saved 10 for tomorrow because.
Oh, that's smart.
Why is Dylan so salty that Caleb doesn't finish his chicken nuggets?
Dylan's like,
well, one time I bought him food, and he's like, I want 20-piece chicken nugget. I'm like, I bought him 20 and he doesn't eat them. So I'm like, what the hell?
That's not true. That has never happened.
Yes, it has. It has twice,
dude.
I think.
That's the most
Dylan
mom
makes
argument
up
you said
stories.
so far.
It's hilarious.
Twice that happened.
This man's like,
twice.
Yeah, you know, this happened.
No, twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
All right, moving on because I have to cut all of Dylan and Caleb's skedaddles out of this episode. All right, so
I had a long day today. I'm in so much pain right now too.
Congrats.
Would you like to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I could talk about it real quick. It's pretty kind of interesting. Not really interesting, but it's just something.
It's just kind of funny.
About.
Dylan missed.
Yeah. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't even me.
Wait, somebody else did this to you?
Yeah, somebody else did this to me.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, so in my job we have these things called grounding rods, which go on the side of your house, outside obviously, and they go into the ground. So when your house gets struck by lightning or something like that, the power that lightning strike doesn't go into your meter box, which then explodes it. Instead, it travels down, hits a different wire current, and it goes into this grounding rod that's, I forget, so many feet into the ground, and I think about 8 or 7 feet into the ground. So all the current goes just down into the ground instead of your house, pretty much. So I was holding these big copper rods, the grounding rods, and the guy said, hold on to them while I sledgehammer them into the ground. I said, all right. So I'm holding on to it with 2 hands. The dude's doing it. This guy's 41 years old, okay? He's hitting it. He's doing good. Now, he needs a break. So the other coworker that we're working with comes in. Now, he's 20 years old. He grabs a sledgehammer. He starts hitting it. I'm still holding it. I move my hands down. I keep moving them down. One big giant whack. He misses the rod. Dinks it with a little bit of force to spark. Slides down and hits right on my left index finger. Right by the knuckle.
Yo,
and,
nice.
Bruised it for the day. Yeah.
Is there like a big mark on it?
It's just bruised pretty bad.
Well, like, can you like?
Oh, I can move it. It's not broken, thank God. No, but it did hurt.
1 second.
Okay, Cameron's dying. We just witnessed Cameron's death. But yeah, other than that though, it left a big, not really big bruise, but it bruised a little bit in the beginning. But it's starting to go down. There's no swelling or broken, thank God. But it did get me on my knuckle there.
I was gonna say
right where the finger meets your hand, kind of like right in that section.
Dude, speaking of work injuries, there was one time a couple summers back. It was I'm trying to think what summer. After sophomore year of high school, I was working with my ex and my ex's dad because her dad was like a handyman or
Actor,
what's that?
contractor.
Yeah, he was a contractor. And so I was cutting vinyl floorboards.
Oh.
And I took the utility knife and I put my finger right in the line, and so it's pulled down and it cut off the tip of my index finger, my left index finger.
It's a rookie move.
Yeah, it really was. It actually didn't hurt, which was the weirdest feeling in the world.
It's numb.
Yeah, exactly. It was just numb.
That's weird.
Well, I have a pretty funny work injury story too. This one time I was working at this place. I think it's called Home City Ice.
Bruh.
And my coworker named what was his name again?
Was it Caleb?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh,
yeah, he 1,000 years of pained me. It was so bad. He literally like almost threw me into the ice maker. And he just I had to throw ice at him to keep him off me. It was terrible.
I never did that. I don't know what you're talking
about. No, I'm so glad I didn't hurt myself at that job because one of our friends actually did staple his finger.
Dude, that was so funny. His first day.
First day on the job, staples his finger. Goes to. Did he go to the ER?
Yeah, it was just because he didn't do it right. He literally just did not do it right.
Well, sounds like should have been sued for that because he
anymore.
Well, speaking of 1,000 years of pain, Caleb got to slap me, and probably was the best day of his life. But Caleb slapped me in the face.
Wait, what?
Oh,
it was
that's
for
right.
the.
It wasn't shown in the final cut because it's only on the blooper reel. But
yeah,
our podcaster Tyler did a short film where me, James, Caleb, and our other friend was in it, and we had so much room to improvise it and stuff. So there was a scene where Caleb gets mad at me, and then I try to get mad at him, but it doesn't work. And then in the end, Caleb slapped me in the face.
Yep. That's kind of
Probably
funny.
the best day of his life, but one day I'm gonna get to punch him in the balls.
I don't know. I feel like you put yourself pretty high up there, Dylan.
I told him. Okay, I said
Dylan,
he
you're
could
not
do
the
it.
first person I would want to slap.
Oh,
wait,
Lord.
who
Wow.
is?
Wow.
I don't know why I don't know why Dylan's insulted by that.
Oh, I'm shocked that I wouldn't be the first.
Wait, who is the first person you'd want to slap, Caleb?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious now.
Hillary Clinton.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Actually, though, same.
And Cedar Rapids.
Honestly fair.
It goes Hillary Clinton, then Jamie's ass cheeks.
There you go.
Oh my god, the amount of cutting I have to do in this video.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, do you think that we'll be able to put a link to Tyler's short film in anything?
Oh, he said he's making a trailer. But you could maybe do a snippet of a certain clip.
Well, I was curious if it'll be released on YouTube or something.
It is. It's on Milwaukee's PBS's YouTube page.
All right, well then check the link in the description. We'll also post about it on Instagram then, because it's actually really good. I saw the live premiere.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Oh, I know what to post. I know which one to post. I got it. Stay tuned for the post. That'd be cool.
Stay tuned for the post.
Stay tuned for the post. Should I put it in the bio for a little bit?
I'll put it in the link tree, so don't worry.
I'm excited to do the one job he does.
Oh my god.
Dude, and you do one job too, Caleb, and you can't even keep up with it.
Yes, actually, they were better than me this last week.
I do a lot.
You do nothing.
James does most of the work.
I do all of the work.
Shut up. I do.
You give me ideas. You give me ideas.
I do a lot of background stuff.
Like what?
James, we don't talk about that stuff.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
What, plays music?
Yeah, but I pay you a lot.
Oh my god.
All right. Once again, having to change the topic so that some of you don't go too far.
Wow, Rex, I forgot you were here. Hi, Rex.
Hi, Rex.
Hi, Rex.
Hi.
I was just about to get to the topic that we kind of brought you here to discuss because we kind of started going through our.
I'm here.
We started going through our topics like in a reverse order. It's fine.
What time about? We don't even have a script, Cameron. I don't know.
Yeah, right. We don't have a script. Not at all.
Dude, never mind. If we weren't sarcastic about it, I guarantee you no one would know.
You guys wait, hold on. You guys do know that like other podcasts have like lists of stuff they want to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We don't. We totally don't.
And that's why
like the best one.
We just ramble and shit.
Yeah, we just ramble.
We just, have better segues than anything with wheels, right, James?
Right.
That's why nobody will ever know.
It's so random. It's great. I love it. It's
James's
like our
segues.
And my other vehicles with wheels.
Oh, it's turned into vehicles, not just things?
I mean, I suppose anything with wheels.
Well, what else has wheels, James? That's a thing.
Cheese.
A dog with 2 legs.
Wow! What the freaking
Whoa! Oh my god!
Isn't that in like one of the Far Cry video
the
games?
explicit rating on James today.
Don't worry, all of our episodes are
and
explicit.
a dog with 2 legs.
Someone was like, "Hey James, are you gonna be rated R today?" And he was like, "Nah, bro, I'm going X."
X-Force.
X gonna give it to ya. Gonna give it to you. A dog with 2 legs. X gonna give it to you.
Wait, what?
I wish Dylan only had 2 limbs.
Same.
I do.
It'd be easier to kick.
Wait, did you say you only had 2 limbs?
I do have 2 limbs. That's right.
I mean, you have more than 2 limbs, but I'm glad you have at least 2
fake.
limbs.
They're fake.
What?
Yep. Coming out as a prosthetic.
Coming out as a prosthetic?
James.
Coming out as?
Dylan's a prosthetic?
Yeah.
Dylan is an prosthetic.
Yep.
What the freak, dude?
Let it be known on episode 14 that I am a prosthetic.
Alright. Well, speaking of prosthetics, I saw this Instagram interview the other day. That was so bad.
That's not even a good segue.
It was so terrible.
Continue.
Anyways, yeah. So for this, I saw an Instagram video the other day. It was on like Instagram TV, and it was basically this guy who was going around with a microphone just in the middle of whatever city he was in, asking girls like, first off, why don't girls like and women approach men and like make the first move, or if they do. Or, like, basically, if they do, why? And if they don't, why? Because the current trend is most don't. And the video was actually, like, really, like, I don't know. I felt like it didn't shine a good light on why most girls don't approach guys. I feel like a lot of the, I feel like most girls wouldn't agree with the video. But
and that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that is a main reason why you need to be here. But before I go into like what these people said in this interview, I kind of want to know what all of your thoughts are.
Dude.
Okay,
it's hard
I have
to control
something.
Darts if you don't have legs. I can imagine.
Dude, I feel that every day, man.
The legs. How does it control its darts?
Dude, I don't know. I'm starting to deal with that every day, dude.
The fact that Dylan is still pretending like he's a prosthetic is so bad.
He is a prosthetic. Not even he has
why?
a prosthetic.
Who's telling me that I'm
prosthetic.
pretending?
Yeah, you are.
Dylan, I've felt your thighs before.
Oh, that's. I mean, to be honest, and I think you're doing it right now. Wow. Ooh. Caleb, later. Caleb.
Dude, are you stupid?
Caleb, get your hand off.
We're on computers right now.
Then who's this touching me?
Bro, I'd be concerned.
Can't say that.
Anyways, you know,
your mom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
Y'all.
Okay.
Anyways.
So
I actually really interesting. I saw a YouTuber talking about this the other day. Not on the same interview or anything like that. But he just had a very interesting point on this, and he was basically talking about the idea that men are very much nowadays are seen as they need to be the one making the first move, right?
Well,
That's
they've
very
always
normal.
been seen like that.
It hasn't always, but I would say like nowadays that's the majority. Like a guy likes you because he's gonna go up and say something, right? I think it's kind of unfortunate, but one of the YouTuber I was watching, it was really interesting. He said, "Here's the thing, women. If you like a guy, you gotta drop something so that the guy has the opportunity to do it." Does that make sense? So like, he gave an example of in the Victorian area.
Dylan, shut up.
I'm kicking him. So he gave an example in the Victorian era about like a lady would drop her handkerchief and then a guy would pick up the handkerchief, and that's his opportunity. Like he can start a conversation with that. So it's like he was basically saying like, ladies, you need to drop the handkerchief so that guys can like have that opportunity to talk to you. Like you don't have to start the conversation, but give the guy the opportunity to do it.
But then wouldn't that be the woman technically kind of making the first move then?
Not really though.
No, because it's like
no.
Yeah, it's like giving somebody the opportunity to do something without you doing it.
Yeah. Okay. And especially if you like the guy, like, and like it allows you to like find out whether he likes you back or not, and it also gives him the opportunity to be bold and say something to you.
Interesting.
That's actually like a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard it and I was like, wow, it's actually a really interesting concept. I never would have. I don't know.
Well, could you apply that and not even like physically drop something, just do something to show them?
Yeah.
Well, okay, and
what would be an example? Like liking their Instagram picture.
No. That works for no guys.
Yeah, most guys. Well, no. Actually, though, if a girl like that we knew, like let's say back in high school, liked an Instagram picture of mine, I would be from like a little bit ago because I haven't posted in a while. Most guys don't post very often. That would definitely be a sign, because think about the last post y'all posted. Okay, well think about 2 posts ago. That was probably like 6 to 8 months ago. If a girl's looking at your post from 6 to 8 months ago, that is a sign right there for sure.
But what if they're always the ones that like your posts first?
Well, no, that's different. I'm talking like if they like a post like from a while.
That's just creepy.
I'm just saying because like, all right, I'll talk to you guys later if you want to talk more about this on some
What's her name?
time.
What's her address? What's her phone number?
Shut up.
Social Security number.
Anyway, so there's been times that I've posted
credit card. Go once, go twice.
And this particular girl always keeps liking my post first. Keep in mind, this is somebody that I didn't talk to throughout school, and the fact that she's like engaging.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You don't know who I'm talking about,
yes,
dude.
I do.
No, you don't, dude. This would totally be a big curveball when I say it.
Nope.
So yes, it would definitely be a curveball. No, you don't.
Yep.
I bet
I saw that you became friends.
Oh. Think I got a shot? If I play it right?
I think you should listen to previous podcasts, particularly episode 10 and 12, I think they were.
I believe so, yeah.
Sponsor back into those ones.
Yeah. You might
Dude, now I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out who this is.
I don't know.
All right. Anyways, getting back.
I know Caleb knows.
Getting back to the topic at hand. Rex, what are your thoughts on like why women don't make the first move, or like why, like, I don't know, like what are your opinions? What are your thoughts?
Well, let's see. Multitude of men are like just creeps. So we just think most guys are creeps. That's why we have to get to know people first.
So like, that's actually
scary.
Fair. Yeah, we're kind of weird.
It's like the whole box of chocolate
for yourself,
you know?
Yeah, like life is like a box of chocolates.
No. Like, if you're given a
Oh.
box of chocolates and you're told that one of them is poison, are you gonna eat any of them?
Probably not.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
this can
Yeah, I
turn
would
into
say, yeah.
something pretty sexist and racist and whatnot if you take it in, depending on how you view this analogy.
Well, actually, that's so. I think if a guy was given a box of chocolates and said one of them is poison, I, there's probably one or two guys are gonna take at least one or two and take their chances at it. You know what I mean? Whereas probably girls would be like, hell no, I don't want to even touch this and just let it be. But it's always the curiosity that gets to everybody, no matter what. You know what I mean? 'Cause there was
Yeah.
that video. Yeah, there was a video of people were locked in a room with a kitten, and they said, if you push this button, it will kill the kitten. And that's all he said. And then he was trying to distract them, but then eventually, near the end, they pushed the button. Now, obviously, the kitten didn't die, but it was just to see how long it took people to break. So it's just the curiosity aspect of it.
So then, is there a point at which women will stop
Break?
their fears, break, and start approaching men?
I definitely.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
I
so.
think if we all
think so.
just like pretend that women don't exist for the
Oh
next
my
year,
gosh.
then they'll have
That's
no
what-
choice.
I know a lot of women who already do the same thing for men. So
Ah, dang.
Oh,
yeah,
shoot,
yeah,
dog.
shoot. Called out. If you know Rex, you just got called out. Then there you go, guys.
Wow.
Stick
But,
it to
fair,
the man,
though.
women.
Women.
I think though. So I think it's
Woman.
actually a survival instinct kind of thing. You know what I
yes,
mean? Because I think also it's like growing up. Listen. Oh, I thought you were laughing.
I was joking. What the frick?
No, listen.
He was choking!
Okay,
Oh,
listen.
I was
It's like,
curious.
hey,
Are you
damn it.
choking? Are you choking? Anyway,
I've fallen.
thank you.
I can't get up.
Anyway, it's
Do
a
you need
survival
Life Alert?
This podcast is sponsored by Life Alert.
It is not.
Whoa, don't
No,
say
it's
that.
not.
I wish it was.
We're not.
Hey, we do need more sponsors.
I would
Yeah,
love
so
Do you wanna
Life
sponsor
Alert.
us?
You want to sponsor us, Life Alert? So,
Bro,
anyway,
that's such a random thing to get sponsored by.
Dude,
Imagine.
I would love to be
wouldn't.
Some
sponsored
people-
by
That'd be
Life
so
some people
funny.
get sponsored by Gatorade. We're sponsored by
No.
Life Alert.
no.
All right.
Life
This is
Alert.
All I'm
happening.
saying, if
No.
I'm ever on Jeopardy, I'm selling all of my questions to promote Gatorade.
Yeah,
Because
we've talked about
chances
this
are
before.
I'm going to
Shut
get
up.
paid. Oh, we did talk about this.
Yes.
Anyway, going
Great.
back to the
I
topic at
still
hand.
stand by it.
It's a survival instinct, okay? Guys,
Can you
are
say
just
survival again?
survival instinct
Go ahead.
to
Oh, shut up.
always abracadabra. They're
Abracadabra.
abracadabra. They're always like guys are just
Abracadabra.
programmed to treat girls with respect. Now, a lot of guys do it in a creepy way. You are right, Rex, but in their minds, they're thinking they're doing it right. You know what I mean?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but then most of the time they're doing it a little too much.
Oh yeah, well, most of the time, yeah, there are guys out there that are pretty creepy. But I
There's
just think,
also
like,
definitely guys that are doing it just to
yeah,
get close to a girl.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. But here's the other
100%.
thing, like, let's say like a
You don't have to.
national-
You don't have to step on eggshells here. There are guys who will literally do things just to get laid, and those guys are scumbags.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
And
like
they
that.
are the
No,
reason,
that's just
I
the
think-
bars, dude.
I think they're the reason why girls no longer try to approach guys, because literally so many
Yeah.
guys are scumbags just looking for sex, and it's
You're
dumb.
like that
Mhm.
guy at a bar who sees a drunk girl and tries to hit on her because you know she's drunk just to get laid. You're
You have a tiny penis.
Honestly.
No, I am not like no.
Hey, it doesn't count if you're equally as drunk. If you're equally as drunk, everything's
If
off
you're
the
English-
table.
Yes, that was one time. That was one time. If there
Consent.
was another time.
If
There was
you're-
one other time.
Yes, exactly.
Consent.
Consent.
Exactly. Like we were both equally drunk. I think we both agreed. I forgot, but oh no, we kissed in the end, and she did throw up. But like other times though, there's been multiple times where I was been approached by a drunk girl.
I've been.
Shut
Never
up!
mind.
Shut up! I was approached by a drunk girl who came up to me, and I could tell she was drunk. She was stumbling, slurring her words or whatever, and she was trying to like be very clingy with me. And I wasn't drunk; I was sober. And I, my dad always told me treat a woman with respect. That's what I was taught growing up. So I, automatically knew not to take advantage of her. She's drunk. She doesn't know what she's doing, and I kind of like acknowledge her, but also kind of shoot her off a bit. But then I look over, and the same girl is doing it again to this other sober guy who is all over her and kissing her and smooching with her, and then he leaves with her from the bar. I'm like, oh, this is wrong. And I was going to step in, but the guy was a little bit bigger than me too, so I didn't want to start anything. But it's a survival instinct is what I'm trying to get at too. Because if you think about in a natural disaster, who runs to who first to protect them? A guy automatically runs to go protect his woman or girl. You know what I mean?
I'm running to my mom.
Well, a girl would do that, yes. But like a guy, if it's a married couple, the husband runs to the wife and tries to protect her no matter what, because it's just a survival instinct, and that's what guys are programmed to do without us really knowing.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things also brought up in the video too is just like historically, there hasn't really been a time until recently when it's been acceptable for a woman to approach a man, especially romantically. Like before it was men who did all of it, it was the parents who set it all up. So, it was either the parents set you up or the man chooses the woman and the woman doesn't have a choice. Or, it progressed from there, but only recently has it gotten to a point where like women can approach guys. And so it's still like society's still getting used to that. And that was actually one of the only acceptable answers I saw in that entire video. Does anybody else have any input?
James, you're in a relationship still, right?
Yeah, I am.
So you made the first move to her,
Mhm.
right? Now, if she made the first move to you, you would still date her, right?
Oh yeah. Well, and this actually depends on the person. I was talking to my sister because a while ago, my sister was interested in this guy. He was interested in her, but he never made a move. And my sister wanted a guy who would make the first move. She didn't want someone who would force her to make the first move. And I think this kind of goes back to like her morals and her principles, her beliefs. And so it really depends on the person and on the couple. Personally, I wouldn't care if the woman made the first move. I do think, generally speaking, the guy should make the first move. I think it's his responsibility, and it's not to take away from a girl's independence or anything like that at all. It is simply, I think, his responsibility.
Yeah, I would say that I kind of agree with that. In a sense of like, this could literally just be the fact that like I was raised to like open car doors for girls. Like I still like I will open a car door for a girl. I will hold the door open. I will do all that, and I just personally think that like if a guy really likes a girl, he should be the one to make the move.
Okay, going off of the whole car door thing. When I first started dating my girlfriend, I wanted to do that. I wanted to like open the doors, open the car doors and stuff, but she really didn't want me to. She's very, very independent, and that's something that it was one of those small things that was important to her, is that she still opened her own doors and stuff. And it isn't necessarily super important, but if it's important to her, it's something I'm okay like.
Oh yeah,
not doing. Like,
obviously,
it's not a big enough deal that I'm gonna fight her tooth and nail to open the door for her.
Well, right.
I would. I'm chopping her leg off if she tries to open the door.
No, she'll be a prosthetic like Dylan.
God. So to kind of like, I don't know, give a little bit of a different perspective. Not really. I mean, most of us are guys except for Rex. Like, it is nerve wracking. Like, you have to take that into account. Like, there's a reason that it's considered like a really big thing when a guy like it's considered a big thing because it is a scary thing to ask a girl out and to make a move on a girl, right? And so, if anything, it's like in some ways
you want to make sure that the guy you're dating has balls.
Exactly. And so in some ways it's like, oh,
Rex,
well,
Rex, what is your input on that really quick?
He asked me out, so it's I don't know. Yeah.
Rex, what was your input
Yes.
on that? Yeah.
Have some balls. I don't know.
Have some balls. I don't know.
Exactly.
Be a man, but
But
like
I-
let me
I
be a man,
also
but like
agree.
let me be independent and shit.
Yeah, see, that's where I agree with you, James. It's like you don't know what you can and cannot do. You know what I mean? Like you don't know
Well,
if
and
you
that's
open
why
the
you
door.
that's why you talk with
That's
her.
why you have
Oh, yeah.
conversations.
What are you gonna
Yeah,
be like?
that's
Hey,
why
mind if I
communication.
open the door for you? Is that what you say?
No,
Just
no, no,
kidding.
no, no.
You
But
open
I
the door
also-
for her, and then if she tries to kill you, you let her open the rest of her doors.
Yeah,
also
precisely. And get her
I
some chicken
hate-
nuggets.
I hate the
get some
idea of
chicken
like
nuggets.
beating around the bush. That idea of beating around the bush and being like, oh, I like you, and she's like, I like you too, and it's like, now what?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like
The
Yeah.
guy should
elementary
say something
school.
and be like, hey, let's go on a date. Freaking
Yeah.
stupid when a guy is just
I
like,
like you.
yeah, I don't know. It's,
Have I told you guys what I told the first girl I dated when I when I told her I like was into her?
dude, I don't want to know.
Dude,
Dude,
I
really
literally told her. I was like something about like, hey, like I really like you, whatever. Like two things, and I was like, and that took all of my balls to say.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then she
That's in
responded
person?
with,
Oh, what?
well, I'm really into you too, and that took all my ovaries to say. And I was
Did
dying.
you do it over text? Did you do it
No,
over text?
no,
Oh, okay.
I did
You
it
just
in the
told her
high
that you
school.
liked her.
Yeah,
I love that.
I told her that I liked her in our high school auditorium. Not auditorium, like
Oh my.
you guys, where we did all our plays and stuff. In the top,
Oh, the big auditorium.
the second floor hallway, in the middle of Annie.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
Dude,
In the middle of oh my god.
it was the middle of a show. I think we like both went to use the bathroom or something, and we came back and we caught each other, and I was like, "Hey," and I was like, I told her I liked her. Though, like, it took all my balls to say.
Bro, I was working with you on that one.
I wasn't working.
I was in that one.
I was an audience member.
Oh,
So was she.
wait, you weren't working tech for that?
No, that was freshman year. That was the show before I started doing tech.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize there was a time where I did tech without you.
I
Yeah.
played Rooster in that one.
I remember that. That was interesting.
Was
That
Annie
was,
okay though?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Was Annie okay?
Yeah, it was alright.
All
I
I
wasn't really
remember
paying
is
attention.
our
I was
buddy,
kinda-
our ginger buddy, did
Were
one
there
of the
bloodstains
best
on the carpet?
FDR. Shut up. Did one of the best FDR impressions ever.
Oh my god, he really did.
Like he nailed FDR.
Wait, why did you say our
Yeah.
little ginger buddy? His name's Tyler.
No, it wasn't Tyler. It was Daryl.
Oh.
Daryl, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't Tyler.
Oh.
Daryl. What is
That's
Daryl
why
been up
I
to,
did
man?
that, you idiot.
I'm not the brightest. Never mind. I'm okay.
It's okay.
Not the brightest bulb.
Dude, I remember when I first asked
Anyways, are we done
my
on that?
main crush out. That was pretty
Not the
nerve-wracking.
smoothest wheel on the two-legged dog's wheelchair.
Oh my
Wait,
Well,
Dylan, what'd you say?
I said I remember when I first asked like my biggest crush ever out. That was very nerve-wracking.
Wait,
I
what
spent
happened
the day
there?
with her. So I spent the day with her, and we went around town, and then we took her. I took her onto this path that was populated because I didn't want her to feel like I was gonna go take her in these woods and kill her. So I took her in this path, and we were sitting there, and then it started to clear out. I'm like, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. So we used to do that game
Mug
where you
her.
put. Yeah, I was going to. No, just joking. You put your hands on your hands and you try to do that slap game, right? The reaction time. So we
Yes.
used to do that all the time before we started dating. So I was like, "Hey, put your hands on my hands." She's like, "You really gonna do this right now?" I said, "Yeah. Let's do it right now." So she put her hands on my hands, and I was going to ask her, and then out of nowhere, these mud people just come out of the brush, jump onto the pathway, look at us, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, guys," and then walks away, covered in mud and everything. And we're like, it was a guy and a girl, and we're like, what the hell was that? So I'm trying to, ignore all that. So I say, all right, now put your hands on my hands. And she does it, and I do a little fake out, act like I'm going to play the game. But then I go, and I say her full name, first, middle, and last name. I said, I've known you for a long time. Would it be an honor to call you my girlfriend? Would you go out with me? And she goes, really? I said, yeah. She goes, sure. I said, oh, all right, cool. And then we started dating that day. And then we
Man,
held
moan.
hands. Yeah, I did. I was shocked though. And then I even told her mom that I was gonna ask her out too. And I did like everything right. You know, I got to know her, met the parents. The parents liked me. Asked the mom if I could date her daughter. She said yes. And now here I am, 3 years
Dylan,
later.
why don't you do that nowadays?
You know, I would love to. I would honestly love to, James. But girls nowadays, I'm not talking about you, Rex. I'm just saying in general, girls are not like how they used to be, dude. It's
Bro, you have
totally
no
different.
idea.
I have, dude. I've literally every girl I've talked to, either it's just my luck, dude, or every girl I talk to is just literally holding knives, ready to stab you in the back, or literally playing you like a fiddle, dude. It's so annoying, dude. They lead you on. You think you're going somewhere. You're doing everything right. I try to do everything I did before, and then it just blows up.
Yeah.
And I've talked to Caleb multiple times about certain situations like that have happened, and you know I've done everything right, but I guess it's true that nice guys do finish last. So
I'm gonna be here. I'm with Dylan on this one. Back in high school, like I'm not doing the same things that I used to do in high school to like get to know girls and try to be in a relationship. I'm doing it obviously like in a much more, refined way. As you grow, you get better at that. But compared to the girls we used to go out with back in high school, they're different. Especially here at college, girls just want to lead you on and don't want serious relationships, or don't want, they want more than one guy. And granted, most guys at college also want more than one girl. They will lead a girl on. They will play a girl like she is a game. But
here's the thing.
That still sucks for us who are like good people.
Cameron, I'm gonna go back to what you just said there. What did you just say?
I said a lot there.
Yeah, but you said guys do that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So guys play girls like fiddles all the time, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, not all guys,
girls, well, not all guys, but certain guys do, right? And then girls do the same thing to guys, right? But who gets the most hate out of all of that?
Probably the guys. Situation. But you know why that is?
And that is so mind-boggling to me. Still,
you know why that is? Because guys will take it. The guys will take all the hate they want if they're still getting laid.
Yep. But
so they're okay with it. The guys who are getting hate for it don't give two shits because they're getting laid.
They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Girls' reputation, not necessarily reputation, but the image that others have of themselves, it means a lot to them. Generally, in college especially. Whereas, like, a lot of these guys that are trying to do that sort of thing, they don't care what other people think. If anything, it's better for them that they're getting more women to get, like, laid with.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, in general, though, girls, if there's a girl out there that generally just wants a relationship and not getting laid, and there's a guy that is just playing her to try to get laid with her, but she's not into all that, it's the guy's fault, right? But then when a guy wants to be in a serious relationship and not get laid and not do any of that, but the girl does, the guy still gets all the hate and all that situation, dude. I don't get that, because it's like, why don't you just want to get laid with me? Why don't? And then everybody attacks the guy. That's still mind-boggling to me. I'm not, I'm saying both parties are at fault, but I'm just, it's still mind-boggling that no matter what, the guy still gets.
I don't know how accurate that is.
It actually is pretty accurate. I actually kind of agree with that. But again, it comes back to the fact that really guys ruined other guys who do that and disrespect women and do all that just to get laid.
And that's
don't care themselves. Exactly. Like, they don't care, but the reputation they give the rest of us, like, they don't care about the reputation they give themselves. Water. Exactly.
You're dog water. You're trash. You're actual trash. Get out of my game. You're dog.
So
from life.
So uninstall from life. God.
All right, I really need to give you guys a toilet talk. But when I come back, I do want to talk about some of the responses in the video before we head out, because the video actually had some pretty mind-boggling responses as to why girls, don't approach guys. But until then, give me 2 seconds. I'm a toilet talk.
Oh, another 2 seconds.
Alright,
James. Here we go.
I've got a really good toilet talk for this one, boys. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
So this is the point of the episode where we like to have a toilet talk, and so here's the question.
Hello.
What? Caleb?
Caleb? What's the question?
What's the question?
So Cameron's toilet talk, keeping all of that in that Blair whole thing's in there. Suck it, Cameron. Do the editing. That sucks for you. Anyways, so what type of ice cream would Cameron be?
Bruh.
Well, it was supposed to be better because Blair
Strawberry
was supposed to
cheesecake.
come in and say it, but he freaking
It's not
messed
even an
up.
ice cream.
Strawberry cheesecake.
What about?
Yo,
what
why
do
did
you think, Rex?
Caleb just leave?
I don't know. Oh, he's
Okay, he's
back.
back.
With my
Strawberry
wife.
cheesecake.
Strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah, Dylan. What about you? What do you think he'd be?
You know what? I think he would be cookie dough, cause they're chunky. That's why the chunky cookie dough.
Caleb?
Caleb,
So I decided Rocky Road.
Dude, that's my favorite ice cream. Don't give that to him.
Okay, never mind then.
No, I'm kidding.
Rex.
No. So I was gonna wait. I had a story behind Rocky
Oh.
Road.
Okay, but before you say that, Rex? What do you think?
Awesome.
Never mind.
Right.
Tell a story.
All right, cool. Anyway, so Rocky Road. Am I right, boys? So I
Yeah.
said Rocky Road because over the course of life itself, the rockiness is, that's what defines it. So I give it to the Rocky Road.
That's so dumb.
I was actually
So-
gonna say Rocky Road too.
Oh, it's
Either
amazing.
Rocky Road or Turtle Tracks.
And Cameron
basically the same thing.
has had a rocky life, as we all have. So it's Rocky Road.
So is
that's-
everyone Rocky Road?
Not necessarily.
Okay,
No,
then
I'm
the
not.
point
I'm
is
definitely not
invalid.
Rocky Road.
No,
What
you're
are
not.
you?
More like Blue
Avalanche
Moon.
Road. I'm sorry.
Blue Moon?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't think we have
Dude,
that down
Dude, I
here.
don't know. You know what Dylan is?
What am I?
Literal
Skip.
shit.
Oh, okay. Damn. Wow. All right. Gotcha.
But
Well,
the ice cream is
you
colored
know,
gray.
it's kind of rude though, Caleb, that you're making fun of a prosthetic person. I think that's really
A
harsh.
prosthetic person.
You're right,
Dude.
Dylan.
You
I'm
mean a
sorry.
Why would
I'm
you
mannequin?
do
sorry.
that? Why would
You're
you
right.
do
You're
that?
right. You're right. I forgot. Plastic
that-
flavored ice cream exists too.
That's exactly. So, that
Dylan.
would be more accurate. So, come on.
Wait,
now.
hold on. Plastic flavored ice cream? What?
I'm a prosthetic, Cameron.
I'm so
Dylan's a mannequin.
confused.
Yes,
Um,
that too.
Actually, okay, so one of my favorite, I know we're not talking about favorite ice creams, but one of my favorite ice creams is carbon. Have any of you had like charcoal with like active
Ew,
carbon?
what?
Yes,
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Rex. Isn't
it's
it
so good.
Yeah.
Excuse
It's like
me?
pure black ice cream.
I kind of
Like
want to
the
try
milk on the
this.
tongue.
Yeah, it's like
It's so good.
minty and fruity kind of, but not
love it.
exactly.
Sounds like something my emo middle school self would have liked.
Yeah, you'd still like it.
Alright, yeah, you're right. It's not a
I
phase,
don't give up
mom.
like the fruity stuff.
Sherbert.
Ooh.
I'm not sure. I like that Superman ice cream.
Yeah. I used
Yeah.
to love
Wait,
that as a
why are we
kid.
talking about
I had
ice
great
creams?
taste buds.
Dude, Superman ice cream when it's all these
Ice
different
cream
flavors.
is a willing conversation that people need to have in their
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, ice cream
It's
is
a
good.
sweet treat.
Cameron. Anyway, what are the comments on the video?
No, so these responses on these videos, or on this interview video, were actually kind of startling. One of the worst ones that I saw was this girl, and she was like, well, historically, guys have had all the power. And so me asking a guy out would put me in a vulnerable position, giving the guy all of the power, and I'm not about to let some guy have more power.
Ooh.
Wouldn't she have the power because she's the one who
Okay,
Yeah.
wait.
asked?
Actually, no. Like, yes, but no. Because technically the guy now, like, she's technically giving the power to the guy, saying, Like
And
now the
answer
guy
the
has the
question.
decision of yes or no. You know, so the guy has the
So it's
power
like
to
50-50.
totally deny her. Yeah, no, that's the stupid part is no matter what situation you're in, technically you have the power to ask the question and then you're automatically giving that power to them to say yes or no. Same thing on the other side. The guy still has the power to ask you and then he's giving you the power to say yes or no.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I get that. I just think it's a stupid reason to say that you're not going to ask a guy out.
Oh,
I
definitely.
agree. That's not. I don't think that's a valid reason. Like at least, I don't know.
I will say though, if a girl like isn't comfortable being, I mean, that is a vulnerable position. We've all been there. Like,
Vulnerable.
vulnerable. All right.
You know,
I'm turning into
you know
Dylan slowly but surely.
when you
and you wish have and you have it. Yeah.
Have you ever had a dream?
No, but it is a
Anyways.
vulnerable position. Like we've all been there, and so
Yeah.
I do understand. Like if a girl is shy or a guy is really shy and doesn't have a self confidence or doesn't have the capability of putting themselves in that position, it can be really hard. And so taking out the whole like power dynamic and stuff because that shouldn't really play a part in it. Then yes, I do understand her point.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I just don't like the reason that she doesn't want to give guys power, so therefore.
Yeah, no, that's pretty dumb.
That's
I still think honestly, I still think the person asking the question still to go back to the power dynamic that James just went away from. I still think the person asking the question probably has the most amount of power because they're the one that decides whether the conversation happens in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah, I don't know.
Something else that was in the video was I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it was a girl who was like, "Yeah, I'll ask a guy out cuz fuck it, I want to fuck as many guys as I can."
Oh my gosh, I have a funny story.
Okay, go ahead.
So
that is a weird transition.
Yeah.
That is a little weird, so that's why I need to hear the story.
So I saw this post somewhere, and it was about this group of girls who went around campus sleeping with guys from A to Z. So they'd start with the letter A, find a guy named like Austin or Alex, and sleep with him. Then they would move on to B, find a guy named Ben or Benaniah, and sleep with him. And you go A to Z. Now, a group of girls did this, and most of it ended up okay. But one chick ended up pregnant, okay? And not just pregnant, she ended up pregnant with multiple kids. And not just multiple kids from the same guy.
Whoa, I think I've seen that.
I know
She
what you're
ended up
talking
pregnant
about.
with, like, I think triplets, and 2 of them were from one guy, and one of the kids were from another guy.
Wait, how does that even make sense
I think
scientifically?
I know what you're talking about, James.
What?
It can work. It
Talking about.
happens. That is physically possible. It's
Isn't
rare.
it like
But it's
they
physically
were all
possible.
sitting on a couch, right? And then there was a
What?
bunch of dudes around her.
What the
Is that the
frick
one
are
we're
you
talking
talking?
about?
Oh my god, Dylan!
No.
No, I'm saying there was an
Dylan!
interview with them. There
No.
was an interview. There was an interview. with them.
Dylan, no! No,
What are you
Dylan!
talking about? That's what I thought it was.
Oh my
No.
god!
Oh my word, Dylan. Oh my god.
It was an interview.
No, stop.
Yeah, no, guys. Yeah, that was definitely an interview.
Yeah, it was.
That was 100% an
It
interview.
was okay.
Dylan watches casting
Whatever,
couch videos like, interesting
Dude,
interview.
I will find the video and show it to you.
No, I'd
It's
rather
not what it is. It's
No.
not a thing.
Okay,
It's
no.
sexual. It's not a sexual thing. It's not a sexual thing. It's not a sexual thing. It's not. I swear.
He did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh my god. I tried looking back to find the video and I still can't find it.
That's okay.
Um,
Anyway, that, kids, is why sleeping around is a bad idea, especially going from A to Z.
yeah, maybe if you go from Z to A, it'll end up
Yeah,
better.
it might work a little
But
better.
Or like
Maybe,
start somewhere in the middle.
Exactly.
yeah, then work one
Start
way,
with
then go
Q.
back and work the other way.
Start with
Yeah.
Q, because chances are you're not going to find a guy whose name starts with Q, so you'll be safe.
Quentin.
I mean, yes,
Tarantino?
I didn't say that there aren't guys.
Man, Rex is. Never mind. I'm not. I'm just.
Say it.
I'm
Caleb.
refraining.
Caleb,
Say it.
Caleb, don't do it.
Say it.
Do it.
I was just gonna say, like, man, Rex, you sound really ready for this.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been waiting to have like a conversation about this for so long, and
What?
it's all built up.
Wait, a conversation about
the
what?
freak?
Like why
About how
women
you're
don't
really
approach men.
attracted to. Huh? What do you say?
Why women don't approach men.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
All right.
good.
I gotcha. I see now. At last, I see the light.
Yeah, you were very far from it.
And it shines
I
itself
wasn't
upon the
talking about
two-legged
porn.
dog.
Oh my god.
We're Dylan, we're not talking about that.
I said I
Shut up,
wasn't.
It's not all about you.
Dylan, we've been past that for a minute.
Oh,
Wait,
sorry,
are there
I didn't
somebody
talk
screaming outside?
about- I heard that too, actually.
I did not.
I heard that.
Give me a moment while I make sure that nobody's dying outside my apartment. Alright, I don't see any bodies outside. I think we're good.
And we now return to our regular schedule now, chat.
We already returned. Shut up.
Man, I really wish I could find this
That was the
video.
returning music, you idiot.
Can't do that.
Did I not save this video at all?
I don't know, dude.
Man, I am disappointed in myself. Because there were a lot of responses that I saw that were like really big red flags that I just can't remember for the life of me. But I know some of them had to do with the fact that's just like you do, like men should do it because be a man. But in like it was a very like I don't know, it was a very like toxic way. Not like, oh, be a man or like have some ball. It was like any guy who doesn't make the first move is a pussy and you'll never get a girlfriend and nobody will ever. And I was like, oh shit.
A freak.
I was like, that's a little bit too much.
It's also just not true.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if a girl made a move on me, it would actually be a bit of pressure off, like, the situation, like, take a weight off my chest, because, like, that's a lot of work.
Like, I don't know. I would say ideally, it's weird to say it like that, but ideally, it would most likely be the guy doing it. I think we've already kind of said that. But like I said, if a girl would have come up to me and asked me out, like, I don't know, you're right, Cameron. That's a pressure off. It's like, oh, this is my decision now. Like,
and the other thing is, like, I think most guys, like, I don't know. I like a woman who's confident. Like,
yeah.
It's really attractive. And so if a girl's going to walk up to me and have the ovaries, if you will, to ask me out, I'd be like, yeah, definitely. I will definitely go out with you. Even if I don't like know her super well, if she has the confidence to do that, that's a really big green flag.
Well, yeah, exactly. And most guys also will like fall like if you don't know if a guy likes you or not and you make the first move, he will go from if he's like on the fence and he's like I kind of like her, if you make the first move, that kind of like is going to probably go to a really like very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
because guys are very self-conscious.
I'm glad you brought that point up of asking you out as dating, but what about marriage? Because I've seen videos of where the girl proposes to the guy. Now, I think that's another story there because, I mean, if a girl asked me to marry her, I would feel very uncomfortable, just in my opinion. So I just want to know what you would think on that.
That's a very historic issue. Like, I don't even want to call it an issue. It's just a very historic thing because historically, even in arranged marriages, like, men are the person to kind of, like, in an arranged marriage, back in the olden times of yonder, the man, before the marriage could be arranged, the man typically had to provide a good or a service to the family of the woman that he was trying to marry, even if it was the parents that set the whole thing up, whether it be animals like from a farm or money or something. And that's continued to the point where, you know, wedding rings are expensive. And so it's expected that, you know, it's always been a societal expectation that men will provide a wedding ring, men will propose, men will set the whole thing up, and it's become it was ingrained into us as children, and probably not for a terrible reason, that men sometimes have to do that heavy lifting in a relationship, and you should to do so, you should, show that you can do that by buying a ring, by paying, not paying for a wedding because usually the parents do that, but by, planning a proposal, whatever you need to do. It's kind of like showing that, hey, I'm worth marrying.
And it's just showing that extra care for her, right?
Exactly.
It's a huge and even in the whole wedding planning process itself, it's a lot of times. So when I was younger, I always thought, as the guy, it's it's everything the girl. It's all about the girl, right? And that's true. But as the guy, throughout that wedding planning process and stuff, you should be doing everything you can to take stress off her. Yeah. Don't
Definitely.
add to her stress. You should be the guy that, especially just because you're the one obviously marrying her, you should be the one person that she can come to de-stress.
Yeah.
From everything she has to do.
So 2 things. One, I think it's really sad that we've moved from giving cows to giving rocks as the engagement. I just think it's much less practical.
I prefer a rock.
The other thing is, I think this comes from a long tradition, mostly a Christian tradition. I don't know for all parts of the world, but I know especially in the Western world, the reason why the guy proposes to the woman is because in the Bible and stuff, and I'm saying all this from purely traditional standpoint. In the Bible, it talks about how God comes to the church, God comes to us. He comes to the church, and so he makes the first move essentially. And the man is supposed to represent Christ in that analogy, and the woman is supposed to represent the church. And that's why the guy proposes to the woman. And so that's the tradition of it. That's where it came from, or at least for most of the world. And so that's why it's stuck around for so long, because it's so ingrained in society. It's been a part of almost every society. So it's a massive part of life, and it has serious roots.
And it's honestly, it's been, I don't know, it's really interesting because I have seen certain instances where the woman has proposed. And I don't know why, but to me, it just felt like it just seemed weird. I was like,
it just looks awkward.
Yeah,
very
uncomfortable. Does the woman get on one knee? What?
Yeah.
I just
that's what I've seen in the
I don't
videos,
know.
and it just looks so awkward because all the people are staring at her and they're like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
Especially when there's a no involved.
Oh man. Well, and
Dude.
that's the thing. I think the reason why a guy gives her, 7 cows or a really expensive rack is also to show that he can provide for her. Because the guy is supposed to be the protector. He's supposed to be the one that provides. If a woman works, that's fine too. But he is supposed to be the one that provides. And so that's why you have a guy who buys the ring. It's to show, hey, I can afford this. I can take care of you.
I just like that you said 7 cows or an expensive rock.
Yeah, I mean, teach their own.
Dude, yeah.
Well,
but what about a ring pop, James? Does that count?
Oh, ring pop absolutely counts. Look, it's supposed to be 3 months of your salary, right? And if 3 months of your salary is a ring pop, then it's a ring pop.
I was literally about to say.
I also think.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I was literally about to say. Well, in the last 3 months, I've lost about $700 in the last 3 months. So
in that case,
does that mean she has to?
Pop? Yes.
Okay, cool.
Here's also what I was thinking. I was like, this takes it a little bit more serious, but if a girl says no to your engagement because your ring wasn't as expensive as she might have wanted, she's not the right girl.
No, you need to
leave her.
Yeah, back out.
That's just.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
But if a guy buys you a ring pop, he might also not be the one.
Hey.
Yeah,
us broke fellas deserve a little bit of respect, okay?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Come on now.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't know
it
if
is
you
about.
want to
I
get.
think it.
I don't know if you want to get married and like settle down and have kids if you can't afford a ring more expensive than a ring pop.
Yeah. I mean, it is. It is. I do agree. Like, it is more about the symbol, but still, like.
I mean, in marriage though, you are taking the man's last name, so he's
Not
literally
always
getting-
anymore.
Well, not always, but typically, how that's typically a wedding, the woman becomes the man's last name, kind of thing, right? So it's the guy's getting on his one knee and asking you that, so you could be a part of his family and have his last name, this and that. But when the woman does it, then though, it's like.
Do you
that
take
point,
the
do you
woman's
take-
last name?
Yeah, do you take the woman's last name, or is it still the guy's name now at that point, or it's like what the hell? So that's why it's very weird.
I'm taking my wife's last name.
Good, because I can't spell. I'm backing down there for a second. I'm gonna back down there for a second. Who? I can't
I'm just
spell
gonna
your
walk
last
away.
name.
I'm just gonna walk away from what you
your
just
last
said.
name.
I'm just
I can't
gonna...
spell your last name.
You spell my last name? Nice.
But we can say that because you know why?
Cameron can bleep it.
That too, but you can also, you also your name might be well known soon, James.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, I'm not going by.
That's how you segue.
That is how you segue.
Except if you mention that it was a segue, it ruins the segue, you idiot.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Cameron. That's how the podcast works. You mention your segues.
No, that's. I quit.
That's
I
amazing.
quit.
That's
I'm done.
amazing.
Yes, I got him to quit. All right, let's keep going.
Good job, Dylan. Man,
Thank
I didn't think you'd ever do it.
I know, right, dude? It
Listenership
took
just went down to 0.
Oh, you hear that? You hear that, Cameron?
Wow.
You hear
It
that,
went
Cameron?
from 0 to 0.
Sorry, you 4 people in the audience. You mean nothing, I guess, to us. And the other 100+ listeners, you mean nothing to us. Sorry.
So, also...
You heard it from Dylan. He cares nothing about you.
Dude, you just said our
I care.
listenership went down to 0.
Thank you, Rex.
Thanks, Rex.
Thanks, Rex.
Rex always
Appreciate it.
cares.
I
So
just
yeah,
like
in terms
how...
of my
Yeah,
music,
go ahead,
since we're
dude.
talking about segues, I'm actually not going by my full name. In the future, if I start making music of a different genre, like actually singing and playing instruments and whatnot, I might use my own name. But for the moment, right now, what I'm doing is more electronic and stuff, and it's not something It's not that I'm ashamed of the music at all. I love the music I'm making, but it's not. It's not the type of music that I want an actual name attached to, if that makes sense. And so, but while we're on the topic of my music, I just released a song last Sunday, called Le Point Final. It's the final point in English. You should check it out on iTunes and Spotify or YouTube or Amazon or wherever else you listen to music. I've got another song coming out this Sunday. So last Sunday was the 12th. This Sunday's the 19th. Check it out on the platforms. I can put it. Well, I guess I can't really put it because it's gonna be recorded and stuff. But the name is Sarks of Soma, SARX space OF space SOMA. So yeah, check out my music.
Cool.
That link is also in our Instagram bio. James, just so you know, as of yesterday, I want to say, yeah, as of yesterday, December 13th, so Monday, you have 49 listens to your song.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And then whatever happens today, or happened
Yo,
today.
that's crazy. Wait, is that 49 listeners or 49 listens?
That's 49 plays.
Oh, okay.
But you have, right now, if you go to your Spotify page, it says you have 10 monthly listeners.
Seriously?
Which, is pretty decent, considering...
Yeah, considering it's only been out for like 2 days.
Yeah, and also the fact that we started production of your song 2 weeks before release.
Yeah.
It was kind of last minute.
That's
I'm actually
pretty
glad
awesome.
I'm glad you put it on YouTube Music because I actually listened to it on the way to work.
Yeah, and
the next
personally...
day.
It went perfectly. So I was listening on. So I like to finals week. I like to listen to more instrumental music because it kind of gets my mindset right. It helps me stay focused. And so I was listening to my Adam Young track, and I was like, "Oh, I can listen to this." And so I like queued it up, and it fit perfectly.
Well, and that's the music I love to make. I love making
Yeah.
music that people can study to. That's basically the whole genre that I want to make is music that people can listen to while they study, or casually listen to. I don't want it to be super like I don't want you to have to focus on the music. I want it to be easy listening, easy beats, easy melodies, something that you can hum to yourself when you're done playing the song because it's catchy.
Yeah, and I 100% would have like. The only problem I have is that it's only a minute, like 50 seconds long.
Yeah, no, this is the shortest
And
song
so
of my album.
yeah, so I'm excited for the like full release because it'll actually be like stuff I can study to and like
Yeah, yeah.
listen to.
Well, so the full album is coming out January 1st, and it's only 8 songs. But I think that'll provide about half an hour of listening time, which
I can let you know
isn't
real
a
quick.
ton, but um,
I actually,
yeah, so.
I think. Oh, I don't know that I can. Well, I was gonna say I think I can look it up on DistroKid, but it doesn't tell me the total album length. That's kind of sad.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's not going to be super long. Future albums I plan on making longer, but the first album was also kind of experimental. This is kind of messing around with Ableton and seeing what I can make. And so a lot of the music isn't like I didn't pour, hours and hours and hours and hours in every one of the songs. Some of the songs I did, but some of the songs I didn't have to spend that long because it was a lot of just messing around and having fun and seeing what I can do. So in the future, I want to make albums that are a bit longer, possibly have more story to them. Again, still easy listening, but I want there to be a theme. And if you want to pay close attention, and listen to the songs, you'll get a story out of it. That's kind of my goal going forward.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
James, I always forget how much of a bop Chugged is, dude.
Dude, isn't it?
It's
It's
that's
such a
very similar to what Adam Young does with like because each one of his albums it's technically supposed to be like a movie soundtrack. So he does like Apollo 11. He has like the Endurance, and so it's really interesting. Kind of just listening. So I actually read the book The Endurance, listening to that soundtrack over and over again. And I don't know, it just kind of created a really good atmosphere. And so keeping that kind of same similar vibe and even telling a story with it can even draw in a listenership just strictly from that.
So
Something
that I've always wanted to do. I started coming up with this concept a little while ago. But I really want to write books, and I like writing music and stuff. And something that I want to do at some point is make a book, a fantasy book or something, and make a soundtrack that follows along with you. And so, how I would do that is I would take like the average reading speed of people, and I would make a chapter a song or one song for a chapter. And so the goal would be when you start the chapter, you start the song. And if you're reading at the average speed, of course, it won't be perfect because people read at different speeds. But if you're reading at the average speed, you should finish the song at the same time that you're finishing the chapter. And all of the scenes that start getting really intense in the book get really intense in the music. And I think it'd be really cool to like listen to the soundtrack as you're reading because it would almost feel like a movie.
So I was thinking about that today, actually,
Really?
which is weird because I was listening to Adam Young's stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, how cool would it be if like this went along with a book?
Dude.
But I literally was thinking about that today. But it would have to also go along with the narrator. So like the narrator, imagine it being an audiobook.
Exactly.
Because the narrator would have to keep you in time so that the music was hitting at the right points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think having that narrator and then having the music at the right points it'd be such an immersive experience. It'd be so cool if you could do it correctly. And some audiobooks have started adding music, like not nearly as much as like a movie soundtrack or anything like that, but a little bit of just
ambiance
a little bit. I do think that there could be like a threat of putting too much music could distract from the words that are being said. So you'd have to be careful of that. But I think it's that could be a really cool idea.
Well, and one of the biggest issues is that, first of all, sometimes you have to reread like a couple sentences, and so it can slow you down. The other thing is like if the music gets super intense, like 10 sentences before you get there, you'll be like,
Yeah.
why is the music
Yeah.
getting really, really intense? And then you'll get there.
Yeah, and
that
that's why having a narrator can help,
yeah.
because he's always going to be in time with the music.
Yeah.
Well,
That would
James,
be
if
really
you
cool.
need voice actors for your book, you have a cast already.
I've also thought about that as audiobooks.
Having a full cast.
It's always the same person talking.
Dude, I know.
They even talk as girls sometimes, and it's like could be a guy, and I'm like, bro, this does not work.
Have you listened to the audiobook of Eldest or Singer or anything?
Yes,
dude, their dragon impression is so bad.
It's so funny.
The narrator as Saphira is hilarious.
Some of the funniest. It's so funny.
It's so bad.
It's like, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard to get multiple. I mean, I can see how it could be pretty difficult because that takes a little bit more setup than.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot more editing, a lot more planning. It's also going to cost a lot more because you're getting more actors and a longer period of editing time. So your editor is going to get paid more. It could cost a lot more and take a lot more time.
James, if you write a bestseller book, I will be a voice actor for free.
Eel. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm down. I'll help you out for free.
Dylan, when you could talk and remember how to use many versus
script in front of me, I could do it. If there's a script in front of me, I could do it. So you saw how I did with Tyler's short film. I could do it with a script.
I know, Dylan.
In life, I know I don't have a script for life. That's why I just improvise.
Dude, I wish I had a script for life.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Wouldn't it?
Well, we do have a script for this, and that's called Cameron Doesn't Want to Edit for 7 hours, and we're an hour and a half. I can't speak. And we're an hour and a half into this podcast, so I think we need to wrap it
that sucks
so that I don't cry myself to sleep trying to edit this.
Bro, I'll join you.
You'll help edit?
No, I'll help you cry yourself to sleep because I'll do the same.
You'll beat me so that I cry?
No, I'll just beat you to crying to myself to sleep at night.
I will say, I did enjoy this episode. I liked what we talked about.
Yeah. Rex, thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having me. Always fun to be here.
Otherwise, we will see all of you next week. Hopefully next week we record in person.
Christmas special next week.
Yep.
Yeah, Christmas special number 2. It's our second Christmas as a podcast.
Christmas special number 2.
Next week you're gonna see me egg Dylan.
Also,
what? No, that's.
Oh wait, actually.
No, that's not our goal.
Podcast, the end of this podcast, the music that plays is going to be the one that releases this coming Sunday. So make sure to stay tuned, check that out on iTunes or YouTube or however else you listen to music.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm loving it.
Now Chat Podcast.
Dude, can you get that jingle that plays at the end of every podcast?
Yeah.
Podcast chat.
Bro, James, we gotta create a jingle. Let's do like a Now Chat, but like super, like a ton of harmonies. We're talking.
Oh my gosh,
3-part harmony, and it's just like
no, way more than 3.
Now Chat.